Good day, everyone. I am Glen Ramos. I'm the Chief Nurse of Lumen Hospital here in San Fernando, Looban. And currently also the University Professor of UCC in the Graduate Program. Good day again. I am pleased to present my research entitled Life After Retreat, a hermeneutic phenomenological analysis of the lived experiences of retired elderly Filipinos. Retirement from work is a major life event in older adults, specifically during the time of our pre-retirement from the midlife to the new phase as a senior citizen. Specifically, the transition involves a process wherein you will have a different effect on psychological and behavioral distancing of oneself from the workforce. The study would then focus on occupational balance as disrupted by your retirement. Occupational balance is subjectively defined by individuals in terms of how they choose to spend time on their valued. When we talk about valued, we talk here about what they are pleased to do, obligatory, what they are ought to do because of their functions and responsibilities in their homes, and the discretionary activities wherein they will have to look at the lifestyle changes that have brought by the transition. The literary gaps of the study includes well-being in early retirement has been identified as a major predictor of future health and survival. This is according to Diner 2011, Wise 2011. Well-being in early retirement is conceived as has a positive and negative effect both on the physiological, psychological, and social well-being of individuals. As the different researches has been seen, research have shown that for the majority, retirement has no major impact in well-being, according to Henning, Lindwall, Johnson in 2016. However, in the Filipino setup, retirement might be seen has a different impact on the well-being of individuals. Studies indicates that impact may differ from both between and within individuals over time because there are no two experiences for individuals are unique in its experiences. The transition to retirement is characterized as multidimensional and, and has a dynamic process. This is according to Van Solingen 2013. And the two people are likely to have no same experiences according to Wang 2011. Another study in our literature gap, it shows that studies have demonstrated a significant negative relationship between retirement and well-being as indicated in the life satisfaction according to Cranell 1981 and Psychological Distress by Van Howitz 2008. Lastly, studies have revealed a more nuanced picture in that retirement can also have a positive effect on well-being, according to May 2013, 1 2017. With the two related studies wherein there is a positive and negative impact, the study would now deem focus on one, the picture of retirement in the eyes of a Filipino retired individual. Growing fast on elderlies. The number of elderlies is rapidly rising. The worldwide statistics says that when at about 6% of the population is going to the elderly stage, and by the year 2050 it would be at 22%. However, in the Philippines, the number of elderlies are rapidly rising from 6% to 9.4% in the recent years. Work can be an important and meaningful occupation for older people because the transition would now lead also to have productive life after retirement. The objective now of the study is wants to describe the lived experience of retired Filipinos and subtent views on retirement as a new way of life as retirees are defining their identities, pursuing new and meaningful occupations to attain a satisfying old age. For our methodology, the study used a qualitative research utilizing a hermeneutic phenomenological analysis. We have 8 retired elderlies ages 60 to 75 years old. Our setting have been in their homes, and the data gathering was an unstructured interview using now virtual means using now Messenger, Viber, Zoom, and Google Meet. The trustworthiness is attained wherein the process of listening, transcribing, and at the same time, participant verification is very essential in the identification of the different sub-teams and teams of the study. An audit trail was also gives a clear connection between the data and the interpretation was kept. For our results, okay, for our results of the study, we have six themes that had arisen in the study. One, achieving a healthy me. For achieving a healthy me, retirees usually had already experienced their own sentiments about living in the stressful long phase. As the study had shown, that retirees wants now to have a healthy environment for them to continue their responsibilities and functions as a family and to as a social being, or even so a responsibility in the political career and business career when they have chose after retirement. The discussion also said that the awareness and understanding of occupational balance and its side effect of working excessively has changed their attitudes towards wellness and pursuit of good health. This is now part of the theory of continuum wherein they have to achieve the best of their abilities and capabilities to address now the future of their aging gracefully of their lives. Our second theme is imbibe sense of self-worth and fulfillment. It is been seen that the retirees express their own sentiments and fulfillment and success. Retirements felt their self-fulfillment can be measured through their achievements and quality relationships with their family and their active involvement in the community. This also being stressed out and positive by the theory of continuity, which postulates the person's coping strategies are in place for a longer period of time before the transition had started. The start of the aging process and following now the continuous dynamic and evolving process had given the best way for the individuals to adjust to a healthy and aging life. And by examining now this, they have now to adjust into the situation towards and after the situation of retirement. Another theme is with regards now to the fear. Okay. Feeling of fear and anxiety is being felt by individuals, specifically during the time of transition. The fear of being non-productive and the fear of being useless in the process. However, the elderly's feeling to transcend from these feelings might be the subject of their subject or way of them to come back with how they would be more productive and at the same time satisfying now their needs and family needs as well. The fears and anxiety of retirees might be associated with the changes in the role. Role theory posited that individuals' roles are associated with the behavior and expectation of their social environment and the impact of their image. The process of giving them more responsibilities after retirement and giving them the productivity level in such a way they would not attain life satisfaction after this is very much necessary for these elderly people. Another thing is engaging oneself. Okay, and part of engaging oneself, the participation in meaningful activities seems paramount to findings of purpose in life. It's quite noted in the Filipino context that the elderly are being more pushed to become more productive after their transition from the senior years. Mostly of our senior citizens here in the Philippines have been doing a lot of work after retirement because they want not to become more productive and useful for the family. They might not only ought to look into perspectives, specifically in business matters, in decision makings, in the community as well. The concept of Prof 1971 which says that re-engagement occurs when individuals have roles and activities to return after disengaging from work, whereas realigning usually refers to a new pursuit of disengaging from work from a new meaningful purposes, thereby the satisfaction gained by these retired persons might have to attain a healthy living for the people. Retirees believe that engaging oneself in activities will keep them mentally active, help stimulate a lifelong learning, and become more active. It's quite very unique in our study that our senior citizens are very much engrossed with social media. With the use now of the virtual means, they have kept in pace with the millennial delivery of our businesses, and at the same time, with the advent of technology, they have already engaged in the knowledge of getting now information in the websites. Thus, the influence of culture also appears particularly salient points since Filipinos have a close family relationship. So the close with the use now of media going into family relationship had been mostly an adaptable site for them to have the retirement more meaningful and ready to cope up with their lives. Retirees felt energized when they feel that they are secured with the support of their families, their community, and at the same time of their friends. The theory of vocational development claimed that each individuals on multiple roles, often simultaneously and to varying degree as a citizen. Filipinos have a close family ties, and at the same time, with the view of the elderly gives us a more point of view that they are the most source of decision making, and at the same time the source of comfort for all Filipino youth, and at the same time the family. Thus, the concept of retirement varies significantly between individuals, and for some, the retirement process begins during the maintenance stage, while others prefer to work throughout their lives. For our conclusion, overall, the lived experience of retirees in the hermeneutic sense of point of view is a period of disengagement and re-engagement. The study has provided further evidence that engagement in meaningful occupation and valued roles and activities, along with the emergence of great grandparenting, a significant role is central to maintain a positive identity, positive aging, and to adapt successfully to retirement and attaining a satisfying old life or graceful aging. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen.